finally.
This portion of Dream Car Garage is brought to you by XV Motorsports, engineering modern supercars from classic muscle cars.
It's early on a spring morning at the Dunnville test track, and it's time for track testing the Level 1 suspension. Level 1, as you remember, is the optimization of the stock Mopar Type B&E body suspension system using new torsion bars, leaf springs, anti-roll bars, and dampers. As a result of the 4-post testing and the engineering put into this suspension system, we expect it to be pretty close to the mark right out of the box. Let's see.
Very stable, which is nice and safe, and it's got the rear axle is surprisingly composed. Once you get it loaded and really lean on it, it actually deals with the extra grip pretty well.
But it's certainly more controllable than it was before. It's much more composed, and you have a much higher confidence level with this suspension over the stock one.
Not only is the mechanical grip and the cornering ability raised to a new level, much above that of the stock suspension, but the Level 1 brake package on this engineering car is amazing. Not only can you dive deep into the corner before slowing down, but there is no fade at all, even after several quick laps. The increased brake torque is the cause of the only suspension issue of the whole day. The rear leaf spring winds up under heavy braking, causing rear axle tramp. Fortunately, this could be easily fixed at the track by one of the Multimatic engineers, adjusting the rebound on the rear dampers. With the track portion of the evaluation completed, it was time to test the ride and handling on public roads. Murray White, the Multimatic ride handling development engineer responsible for OEM suspension development for major auto manufacturers, was on hand to evaluate the over-the-road behavior of the XV suspension system.
But the comfort is still perfectly acceptable. You could drive around in this for 2, 3, 4 hours and it doesn't beat you up. It copes with the railway crossings and broken surface pretty well. So it does okay. The comfort's good enough for the amount of roll control and handling control it has. It's probably a pretty decent compromise where it is. You know, that's the great thing about the 4-post rig, is it gives us that pre-screening ability that we know when we go out on the roads and the track, the car's already about where it needs to be, and just usually takes a bit of dialing in.
Overall, we were really pleased with the Level 1 suspension, especially when we compared the video of the car before and after the changes. The reduced body roll and increased cornering speeds are readily apparent while reviewing the video. Next week, we start Level 2 development.